again, I would like to call Mr. Raymond Najar of the Arab Chamber of Commerce and Industry for signing a Memorandum of Understanding with the ALCCI. Mr. Faddy Zouky, please, can you come back here? I would like.
First of all, it's so much to say and a little time to say it, but it's so wonderful to stand here as the son of a Lebanese migrant who came to this country in 1922 because he believed this was the country for the future of his family. I want to just acknowledge some previous history that's already been said, but please allow me the privilege to do that. The Honourable Philip Ruddock has, I think, been a mentor to many people in this room and to the Lebanese community, and I honour him and thank him very much for his work in the past. The Honourable Steve Bracks, who has led this state very successfully over many years and now is the patron for the automotive envoy and many other things in his life, of course, but to have him as one of your patrons is also a privilege, and I congratulate you on that one. The Honourable Martin Ferguson, and not to be confused with Laurie, as we did here on this very stage about 6 or 7 months ago, we introduced him as Laurie Ferguson. Of course, he said, well, that's okay, he's my brother, that's not a problem. But Martin, you've always supported the Middle East and what we do and the interaction between the Arab world and Australia, and I also thank you very much for that. I want to say Faddy Zouky, I call him the Top Gun because you all know he flies a jet, you know, and I think he's more than a Top Gun. I think he's a person who has been recognised through the Australian Order of, as a member of the Australian Order, but also the fact that he has a huge passion to see the development of our two countries. And no more than I myself can I say, as a son of a migrant who has now been able to establish his own home in Beit Meri, that I feel so privileged to have the Faddy as a friend, and we will work together very hard to make sure that Lebanon is further recognised in the Australian community. I want to acknowledge Joe Qatar, who has, before Faddy, led a large group of New South Wales business people for the same reason. And how many of you can put your hand up and say you know where Ayoun Urgush is? Ayoun Urgush is near Deir al-Ahmar, and I've travelled through, and they grow beautiful tafeh at Deir al-Ahmar. So I can guarantee you that. I think the three waiters were fantastic. I thought they were just absolutely wonderful. But just as importantly, the ambassadors that have been here from Lebanon in the last few years, and I want to acknowledge Dr. Latif Abul Hussein, Dr. His Excellency Michel Bitar, and our current ambassador, His Excellency Jean Danil, and his lovely wife Muriel, who have a warm home when you go to Canberra, always willing to accept anyone from our origin. So thank you very much. It's already been said about our Australian ambassador in Lebanon, His Excellency Lex Bartlam, and Lex is a wonderful guy. He has a huge knowledge of the Middle East, and he certainly supports everything that we endeavour to do to improve and encourage that relationship. My personal mantra is peace in trading. Trading can create peace, because when you trade, you make friends, and that can overcome many barriers that we're currently seeing. And the Arab Spring, of course, is something that we hope will bring us closer together. And I want to